Most welcome, respected viewer. Today I bring a tutorial on web browser. It is a most important application for internet lover. Without it, we cannot surf internet in mobile and computer. In this topic, we will learn the following points. What is web browser? What are the name of web browser? How does a web browser work? Difference between website and web page, different components of a web browser, an overview of a web browser, which is the first web page, what is the first web page address, which web browser is banned by Indian government. Let's know what is a web browser. A web browser takes us anywhere on the internet, letting to see text, image and video from anywhere in the world. The web is a vast and powerful tool. Over the course of a few decades, the internet has changed the way of our life. We work, the way we play and the way we interact with one another depending on how it's used. It brings near, it drives commerce, nurture relationship, drives the innovation engine of the future, and is responsible for more name than we know what to do with. It is important that everyone has access the web, but it is also vital that we all understand the tools we use to access it. What are the web browsers? We use web browser like Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge and Apple Safari every day. How does a web browser work? A web browser takes you anywhere on the internet. It retrieves information from other parts of the web and display it on your desktop or mobile device. The information is transferred using the hypertext transfer protocol, which defines how text, image and video are transmitted on the web. This information needs to be shared and displayed in a consistent format so that people using any browser anywhere in the world can see the information. When the web browser fetches data from an internet connected server and it then uses a piece of software called a rendering engine to translate that data into text and image. This data is written in hypertext markup language, that is HTML, and web browser read this code to create what we see, hear and experience on the internet. Hyperlink allow user to follow a path to other page or site on the web. Every web page, image and video has its own unique uniform resource locator, that is URL, which is also known as web address. When a browser visits a server for data, the web address tells us the browser where to look for each item that is described in HTML, which then tells the browser where it goes on the web page. What is the difference between website and web page? A website is a collection of pages. A web page is an individual HTML document. Different component of a browser: the user interface, that is UI. This includes the address bar, back, forward button, bookmarking menu, etc. The browser engine. Automatic translation between the UI and the rendering engine. The rendering engine responsible for displaying requested content. For example, if the requested content is HTML, the rendering engine parse HTML and CSS, that is cascading style sheet, and displayed the parse content on the screen. Networking. For network calls us as HTTP requested using different implementation for different platform behind a platform independent interface. HTTP means Hypertext Transport Protocol. UI backend used for drawing basic widgets like combo boxes and windows. This backend exposes a generic interface that is not platform specific. Underneath, it uses operating system user interface methods. JavaScript interpreter used to parse and execute JavaScript code. Data storage. This is a persistence layer. The browser may need to save all sorts of data locally, such as cookies. Browsers also support storage mechanisms such as local storage, IndexedDB, WebSQL, and file system. An overview of web browser. Year 1990, the World Wide Web was the first browser ever created by W3C director Tim Berners-Lee, then renamed Nexus to different from the actual World Wide Web. 1992, Linux was a text-based browser that could not display any graphic content. 1993, Mosaic was the first browser to allow image embedded in text, making it the world's first most popular browser. 1994, a noticeable improvement to Mosaic came Netscape Navigator. 1995, Internet Explorer made its debut as Microsoft's first web browser. 1996, Opera started as a research project in 1994 that finally went public 2 years later. This was also arguably the beginning of the browser wars, mainly between Internet Explorer 3 and Navigator 3, as Internet Explorer inched ahead with new capabilities. 2003, Apple Safari browser was released specifically for Macintosh computers instead of Navigator. 2004, Mozilla launched Firefox as Netscape Navigator faded out. 2007, Mobile Safari was introduced as Apple's mobile web browser and continued to dominate the ISO market. 2008, Google Chrome appeared to soon take over the browser market. 2011, Opera Mini was released to focus on the fast-growing mobile browser market. 2015, Microsoft Edge was born to combat Google. 2016, Opera 40 free VPN and battery saver mode. 2017 Firefox 55 included VR capability. 2018 Opera 50 anti-Bitcoin mining tool. 2019 Firefox 70 dark mode and track blocker. 2020 Microsoft's Edge Chromium browser, Epic web browser made by an Indian. Its upgraded version released on 15th July 2020, which is the first web page. The first web page went live on August 6, 1991. It was dedicated to information on the World Wide Web project and was made by Tim Berners-Lee. It ran on a Next computer at European Organization for Nuclear Research (CERN). What is the first web page address? http://info.com.ch/www/theproject.html. Which web browser is banned by Indian government? UC browser. Thank you for watching. If you face a problem to change mobile mode to desktop mode in your mobile browser, request to comment, spread your love to touch the subscribe button.